Hi, and thanks for logging on to the daily DVAR HALACHA. And here's a brand new halacha for you, and it's for Thursday, June 23rd, 24th day of SIVAN. Today, one more halacha on filtering on Shabbos. Let's say you have a drink that got cloudy. It should have been some regular, normal, ordinary juice, but it's got some cloudiness in it, and somebody wants to filter it. So the question is there any permissible way to filter some cloudy juice on Shabbos, or will you be guilty of the malacha of borer, of selecting the bad from the good, or possible other problems? So the Mishnah Berurah says that you possibly could be allowed to do it if you met two guidelines. Guideline number one was you'd have to do the filtering or the straining in some kind of shinui manner, like in an unusual way. Like, for example, pouring the juice through a cloth. That's not the normal way that people strain things. So if you pour the juice through a cloth, you're doing it with a shinui in a very unusual way, and that would help making it permissible. Secondly, if it's for immediate use, then it could possibly be permissible. Like you want it for now, you're going to have a meal pretty soon and you want to serve that drink. But you can't do like these preparations for, 14 hours from now. That would be more of a problem of borer if you would do it that way. So if you wanted to filter cloudy juice on Shabbos, you'd have to meet these two conditions. Don't tune out because we're about to add some more problems. But if you were going to be allowed, you'd have to meet these two conditions. First of all, do it in a shinui, in a strange way, like pouring it through a cloth. And secondly, do it for immediate use because you're about to drink it pretty soon, or like at your next meal or something. Then the Mishnah Berurah says that not everybody agrees that these two things would make it permissible, and therefore you shouldn't do this unless you really, really are stuck and in great need and you have to do this. But generally, the Mishnah Berurah says no to straining cloudy liquid on Shabbos. Now, if it was cloudy water, you'd have added problems. The problem would be that if you try to pour cloudy water through a cloth, you would be guilty of another problem, which is libun. It would be kind of like washing the cloth now that water is going through the cloth, and that certainly isn't allowed on Shabbos either. So it kind of goes without saying that you couldn't do this with water. Today's halacha was just that sometimes with juice, where you're not really washing the cloth by pouring juice through it, maybe it could have been permissible. And in conclusion, it's still not so permissible. The Mishnah Berurah says best not to do this unless you have a pressing need. Let me summarize now. Today we started out just asking about filtering juice that's cloudy through a cloth or something on Shabbos. The Mishnah Berurah found some permissible ways to do it, but then suggested that you not do it unless you really, really were desperate. Okay, thanks for logging on, and log on again tomorrow for more. Bye-bye.